So, you want me to note when I leave earlier? Sure. I used to be a game master in another life. And I worked in the very first escape rooms of our town. I had 2 employers. One of them an accountant. And they were pretty much into that, hey, let's not care about workers' rights. Our employees are young. They won't realize our protest mindset. Thing is, I had learned a thing or two about law thanks to my master's degree. And I'm French, so complaining is kinda a sport to me. I quickly became their nemesis. Letting them, and my coworkers of course, know whenever they tried to ask us something illegal. They used to ask us to check in earlier than our official starting hour. 15 million earlier. Precisely. Just in case, we had clients or to prepare the room for them if our first time slot was taken. So we used to leave 15 million earlier when we had nothing left to do. As a way to balance things. They noticed that, and asked us quite formally to please note on our presence tables whenever we left earlier. So we said yeah, sure. And we started noting the times we left earlier. But life is balance, you know? So I started to also note the times I got in earlier. And convinced my 2 coworkers to do the same. At the end of the week, we easily had 1 or 2 hours more on our timetables than what we normally had to do. Of course our employers tried to talk us out of doing this. To which we innocently replied we thought they wanted us to give an accurate image of our working time. So we complied. Wasn't that the goal? In the end, they told us it was not necessary to check in early anymore if our first time slot was not taken. A small loss for salary. A big win for pettiness. My last job thought people might be stealing time. One guy was, but he overbilled his repair hours to make up for doing nothing half the day. We only billed government agencies. He was told many times to stop and IDK why he wasn't fired. And so they put in a swipe time card system. Suddenly most of us were getting at least 2 hours overtime a week because we regularly didn't take lunch. Our choice. Or we came in a little early and left a little late. Luckily most of us were allowed to do overtime when we wanted. One my managers did this with a fingerprint scanner to clock in. It wouldn't let you clock in if you were even a second late, but you could clock in early. So everyone got there earlier and earlier to clock in just in case there was a line and then wait until the shift started. The fingerprint scanner also directly fed our payroll system, which meant our timesheets reflected these earlier times. Eventually our payroll office questioned the manager as to what was going on and the scanner was removed. Quick question. If I'm scheduled from say 9 to 5, and I'm being paid from 9 to 5, should I start work at 9 and finish work at 5? It is not petty to want to be treated with fairness. Not ever. And I'm French, so complaining is kinda a sport to me, lol. In my country we don't get paid by hours. We get paid monthly. I'm mostly late. Max 30 minutes. If there is no meeting. But if we're busy or there's a special event I work late. Up to 6 hours more every day for 1 to 2 months. And before the event I work till 5 a.m. in the morning. And back to work around 8:30. For years I've been waiting hour to call me and inform me not to be late so I can reply, okay. Then I'll be at the office at 9 a.m. and just leave at 6 p.m. and no more working overtime. Let's see how you will handle things.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Ylkhana is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.